Durban, do you have dogs? Do they stay inside or outside your home? Should you own a firearm and what type? Are you adequately trained to use a firearm? These are some of the questions former Riot Squad policeman Craig Roseveare, of Ixofor, asks in his new book Your Security in South Africa, released for the festive season. It is well known that the criminal element increases over the festive season, and people need to be extra vigilant and take extra care while they are in a celebratory mood, said Roseveare, who now works in the forestry industry. Roseveare served as a policeman in the SA Police Force Riot Unit 8 Reaction Unit in Pietermaritzburg in the early 1990s. His warning about festive season crime comes in the light of several house robberies in recent weeks. Most recently, a Durban North man was attacked in his home, even after attempting to secure himself and his two companions in the study. The study doors were forced open by the robbers, who demanded valuables. In his book, Roseveare explains how to understand the criminal mind, strategize your home and farm setup with a strong security plan, and protect yourself and families from becoming victims of serious and violent crime. The prolific farm attacks and murders around the province, in Bulwer, Underberg and the rest of the KZN Midlands, and the country are what prompted me to consider writing a book. I realized that just giving people advice here and there wasn't enough to make a real difference to help people to protect themselves adequately, he said. Further motivation was a recent attack on his friend, a local farmer. My friend was ambushed when he arrived home from a school run. The perpetrators were already inside his house and opened fire on him the minute he stepped out of his vehicle. He was shot at 6 times with a .38 revolver. 5 shots missed, but the last struck him in the jaw. He still bravely arrested one of the suspects, tied him up and waited for the police to arrive at the scene. He survived. But not everyone does. The attack on my friend was the catalyst that finally got me sitting in front of my rusty computer, writing up all the knowledge I had learned during my time as a policeman, and, of course, there was a lot of research that went into it too, Roseveare said. Researching the book entailed analyzing real-life crime situations, the law, the latest security technology, tools, gadgets, weapons and styles of physical self-defense training. Roseveare said the knowledge would reduce a reader's chances of becoming a victim by 80%. You will discover a range of Eastern and Western self-defense options and where to train, maximize the protective role of dogs, and above all know exactly where you stand legally when a criminal threatens you in your home and you decide to defend your family and shoot. Potentially life-saving tips regarding self-defense and the pros and cons of various tools and weapons, from whistles and sirens to Glocks weapons, grabber-style knives and steel batons, are all covered in the book published by Author House UK, he said. Tips from Roseveare on crime prevention. 1. Change your mindset. If you are under the impression, albeit subconsciously, that crime only affects others, then it's time for a reality check. About 49 people are murdered in South Africa every day. 2. Start with your home. About 70% of attacks take place there. Scrutinize the possible security weaknesses of the home and rectify these first. 3. How do you park your car when you get home after work? Do you reverse out of your driveway in the morning? Do you check your blind spots? This is not referring to blind spots while driving your car, this refers to checking your surroundings. 4. Have you been trained in self-defense? You should have. It is too late to learn to dance when you reach the ball. 5. Do you have dogs? Do they stay inside or outside your home? 6. Should you own a firearm and what type? 7. If you are hosting a party or event at your home, lock down certain areas of the house. Be independent on Saturday.